starts the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show, featuring Dan Harsha and Dan Allman. This week's show, we're highlighting the latest in music, life, and culture.
Others through different eyes.
Yo, 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 this is Dan Harsha, and this is the Guitar Gurus, and with me always is...
Dan Allman here.
How you doing tonight, bud?
Loving life, happy to be here with you as always. I enjoy this time every week, man. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm doing good, and I enjoy this night every week, too, man.
Yeah.
Dude, it's our thing. We're doing it.
It's our thing.
We're celebrating Southern Maryland's music scene on the Guitar Gurus.
That's right.
Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio.
Yeah.
That's right, man. We're delivering the music news, and I'm all about it, man.
Loving it.
Yeah, dude, so it's episode 42.
42.
That's right, man, and we got a doozy tonight.
This is a big one.
Big time. So the buzz is insane tonight, man. It's pretty cool.
A lot of buzz, a lot of positive energy, a lot of people following this one, man. We're so excited for this episode, and we cannot wait to get it going.
That's right, man. So let's talk about last week's show real quick. We'll do a quick recap, then we'll jump into the new one. So last week's show was awesome, dude. We had 3 guests on, 2 repeat offenders, and 1 newbie.
Yeah.
Derek Weaver from the Rob Cord Band, Run Catch Rain.
Awesome.
He was first timer, came on, talked his story, told us all about himself. That was awesome. So he's now part of the family, man.
Yeah, impressive young man he is.
He is, man, and he's a killer guitar player.
Yeah.
He gets it, man. I suggest everybody go check him out one night. You'll be like, yep, if I play guitar, that's how I want to play. Because he brings it, man, and he puts all his energy into it.
Yep.
That's what's cool. I mean, you can see it. It's pretty cool. So my hat's off to him. He was an awesome guest. We'll have him on back in the future coming up. Definitely, man. It's awesome. Then we had Donna Sue Roberts on from the Holler Entertainment Company, telling us all about her listening room in Calvert at the winery.
Yeah.
So I suggest everybody go out there and see a show because she has some really cool people coming. She just had Larry Mitchell there.
Yeah.
And that was cool.
I'm sorry I missed that, Donna. So sorry.
Yeah, same here. Sorry I missed it, but with us doing the show during the week, he's in the band, and I only got so many hours in a day, and this is getting tougher to find pockets of time to go see bands myself.
Yeah. That one I really would have went to if I had the time. There's no question.
You're right about that.
So it was great having Donna back. She's a pleasant guest on the show. She's got a good thing going out there. Go check them out.
Yeah, seriously. She's doing it right, and the quality of the entertainment's phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
So you definitely owe it to yourself if you're into seeing live music performed. Definitely go see her venue one day soon.
Yeah.
And then we wound up closing out the show with another past guru guest, Carly Zakutney.
Yeah, that's right.
And she's with 3 Days of Rain, and they're playing all the time, doing their thing, and they're big time now on the circuit. And people come out to see them. And I saw that in the videos that they post. So I watched the videos. See, that's how I'm doing my support now. Every time if I have my phone and I see a band's playing live and they got a stream, I'm viewing it. And
Right.
I let them know I'm there.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm doing. But I saw them, their videos, they're cool. She came on, told us all about that stuff. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Real cool. So Carly, thank you for coming on. And we actually, when she was on, we asked her to sit in your seat while you jam at Rocktoberfest.
No.
Man.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. What a heck of a spot to be in. Sorry, Carly.
Yeah. So she graciously accepted. So I'll be sitting beside her interviewing someone while you're playing. So that's going to be kind of cool how that goes down.
That's going to be great, man.
Yeah, so big plans on that. So speaking of Rocktoberfest, the festivities, we're going to officially kick them off. We're going to start talking about it every week and telling everybody we got some bands coming on that are going to be there.
Yep.
Coming up soon. It's not this week. It's coming up, though. We have bands coming on all the way up to the event of Rocktoberfest.
Perfect.
And it's going to be awesome. So check your feed and definitely plan on coming out to see us do the show there.
Yeah. And it's for a great cause. It supports the the schools and you get to see all your great local talent in one place really for the day. It's fun.
Yeah, and we're going to be there doing the show and interviewing the bands. So we look forward to seeing all of them.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. I don't know what else. I don't know what to expect, but it's going to be fun.
We have no idea what to expect.
Right.
But it will be fun, like you said.
Real fun. Real fun. So that's what's happening, man. And dude, I need a drink. What do you think?
Oh, it's definitely time.
It's that time, right?
We're on the job now.
Let's do it, dude. So
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. The double popping the Ollie's.
Yeah, that's right, man. I love it.
Big shout out to Ollie's Bar and Grill. Get out there. Check them out. Support those guys, man. They do a hell of a job over there.
Right. They're bringing the bands in to play.
Yeah.
And your band's playing there too,
That's
man.
right.
So talk about it real quick.
Yeah, I mean, October 11th. If you guys are available, come on down and check us out. David and the Donovans will be there. Putting our first debut show in at Ollie's Bar and Grill. We cannot wait for that. So it would be an awesome time to see everybody out giving us some love, man. We'll entertain you. You show up, we'll take care of the rest.
I've been to your show before, so yes, I can vouch for it. They will entertain you. The band is good. The singer's awesome, and they bring the noise, and it's awesome.
Well, thank you for that.
I'm going to be there.
Sweet.
So you know that.
Oh, yeah. You know I'm here.
You know I'm here. Real quick.
Well, thanks for letting me get the shameless plug in real quick there.
Always, man. We're here for the bands. You just happen to be in a band that's playing. So.
Right. Well, it's awfully convenient.
It's fringe benefits. So I love it, dude. So let's talk about this week's show.
Yeah.
Do big show this week. Big show. First up on the docket is show's standard guest David Higgins of the Southern Maryland Chronicle for Higgy on the Beat. He's going to give us all the newest music news in Southern Maryland and sprinkle in some events. And we'll end up the conversation talking about sports because it's always funny down here in Southern Maryland. So we'll have Higgy on the beat. We'll see what's up in his world this week and see what's happening, man.
Yeah.
So that's first up, man. That's the primer. That primes the pump for the show, man. The Higgy on the beat. Then we're going to talk to Kirkpatrick for Sean in 60 Seconds. We're going to see what's up in his world this week. I know the band was off because they had members on vacation. We'll find out about that 'cause something cool happened there. And then we'll see what he did. I know he was going back on the Eastern Shore, I believe. So
I'm sure he's probably got something interesting for us.
Non-band weekends with Sean in 60 Seconds is real cool, man, because there's always something that goes down because he doesn't have to worry about playing. So that's what makes it even better. So don't let the no shows fool you.
Right.
Sean in 60 Seconds is going to be explosive. And in between that, we're going to talk about the Spoons Meal Review. We took the picture, put it out there.
Yeah.
The food's fabulous. We'll give it its official review at that point in time, right in between Higgy and Sean.
Perfect.
And that's all going to be powered on the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system.
Yeah.
They're bringing the noise, bringing the phones this week, and it's awesome. That's the standard package of guests right there. That's the show. You know,
Right.
No matter what, that's our show every week.
Yeah.
And that's jam-packed right there. That's an awesome show. But we do it hardcore in Southern Maryland.
Yeah, we bring it, man.
We're bringing it. We're doing featured guests along with the standard show to do the extra time so everybody really knows what's up in Southern Maryland. So first, we have two featured guests tonight. First up on the docket for them is Donovan Farrell. He's lead guitar player in the Roobie Boothe band.
Yeah.
He's big time down here, and the buzz about his interview is huge. I've never seen anything like that, man. It's good. It's going pretty good, man.
It's impressive.
So I'm looking forward to hearing what's up in his world, his story, how he plays music, why he plays music, how he found himself to be in the Roobie Boothe band. It's going to be a good interview and a great time with him. So, man, I'm looking forward to it. So that's real cool.
Can't wait for that one.
Yeah. Then after we talk to him, we're going to talk about the Island Music Guitar of the Week. Oh my God. This week is the 1958 reissue VOS Lemon Burst Les Paul from Gibson Custom. And let me tell you, oh my God. Thank you. And special shout out, Stephen Scott, Water's Edge Band, going to be playing Rocktoberfest. He was at the store when I was there. And he picked out the guitar of the week this week.
Yeah, we were there together.
Duh.
And you looked at him and said, so what do you want us to do? And he pointed right at it. Keith didn't even hesitate, pulled it down from the wall.
Yeah.
He was like, really? That's a $5,000 guitar.
Yep. So I brought it here. It was safe in the compound. I
Beautiful.
photoed it and put it out there, and we'll talk about it at its proper place and time. But the guitar this week is, oh my God. All right, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, thank you, Steven, for that great choice.
Yeah, Steven Scott, man. What an awesome dude, man. He's a big-time Guru fan.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It was cool running into him there like that and talking to him real quick. And he picked that out, man. So my hat's off to him, man. I had a fantastic weekend. So I tell everybody, just hold your beer up for him real quick and take a drink. Wow, man. The show's awesome. Right there. And then we're going to close out the show with a past Guru guest of Mr. Chris Dean of the Phillip Michael Parsons Band. We're going to find out what's going on in his world. It's been a while since we talked to him last.
Yeah.
But we're connected with the show with him big time. Remember when he got hurt on the road? We did a fundraiser for him.
Yep.
We stayed in contact, but he's back on the show tonight to tell us what's up in his world, and it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
There's always something going on with them guys now.
No doubt.
So I'm really excited to catch up with that. So that's the show tonight, man. It's insane.
Stellar show tonight. Episode 42, Guitar Gurus, man. We're bringing it to you this week.
That's right. So, dude, I'm going to power up the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system, and we're going to get David Higgins on from the Southern Maryland Chronicle for Higgy on the beat. What do you think?
Let's get it on.
Soothing tones. So.
Yeah. Southern Maryland Chronicle, brought to you by David Higgins, Higgy on the beat, here on the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show.
It's ringing, dude. We're locking in the signal. Let the technology of the phone connect. What's going to happen?
This is Higgy. What's jamming?
Hey, Higgy, it's Dan. We're in the studio. We're doing a show. How are you, man?
Yeah, it's another Tuesday. How's it going, Mr. Harsher?
Dude, it's going fantastic in our world, man. The show's cranking. We got a great energy in the studio tonight. We got a jam-packed show, and I'm just so happy that you're going to be a part of it, man. So it's really cool.
It's wonderful to be here.
Dude, we appreciate you being here, and I got my buddy Dan Albin here with me. Dan Albin, say hi to Higgy real quick.
Higgy, it's Tuesday. It's me and you, baby. How are you?
Not bad. How you doing, Mr. Albin?
Doing great, man. Thanks for being here, man.
Thank you for being here.
As always.
It wouldn't be the Dan and Dan show without you.
Yeah, it's almost like the Triple D. We got Dan, and David, you know.
Yeah, man. I dig it. Well, Higgy, let's jump into it because it's jam-packed tonight, man. What do you got for us?
All right, good evening, Southern Maryland. I'm Dave Higgins for Higgy on the Beat, coming to you live from the Southern Maryland Chronicle newsroom. Weather this weekend looks to be absolutely spectacular. So let's get started with your 10-ounce 12-pack sampler of what's on tap this weekend in Southern Maryland. Friday, 7 p.m., we got Casey Williams and Carrie Welling at Cal Ty and La Plata. 7 p.m., Higher Education at the Tiki Bar in Sullivan's. 8 p.m., Red Skies Morning at Toots Bar in Hollywood. On Saturday, 4 p.m., you got the Flippin' Eyelids at the Charles County Fairgrounds. 7 p.m., Mike Truhall at Last Drop Country Bar. 8 p.m., Drive Train will be at Toots in Hollywood. 8 p.m. also, 3 Days of Rain will be at Vera's Beach Club in Lusby. 8 p.m., Hydra Effects will be at Shemansky's Seafood Restaurant in Cobb Island. On Sunday, you have Trilogy at 11:30 at the Charles County Fairgrounds. 12 p.m., you have Deanna Dove at the Calvin County Waterman's Festival in Solomon's. 2 p.m., you got Some Other Britches at the Port of Leonardtown Winery. And 4 p.m., you got Funkzilla Unplugged at the Pier in Southern Maryland. The weekly music schedule is prepared by Len Arion with permission given to reprint it in the Southern Maryland Chronicle. And that's it for your 10-ounce 12-pack sampler this week. Be sure to check out the entire local music schedule, which is released Thursdays at 4 p.m. on SouthernMarylandChronicle.com and shortly thereafter on Facebook.
Wow, dude, that's an awesome schedule of music already.
Yeah, I got a sneak peek of what it looks like. There's a lot more coming up this weekend.
Oh, wow. So everybody pay attention to that post on Thursday before our show comes out, and that'll have the full schedule. But this is a real good tasting of what's happening, man.
Yeah, it's a nice little mix that we got going on this weekend.
I'm curious to see Some Other Britches. Anybody that's hardcore
I've heard
like
some
that.
things about them, so.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm going to keep my eye on that band.
All right, some Southern Maryland news. Over in Calvert County, the Patuxent River Appreciation Days, one of Southern Maryland's longest-running festivals, is coming up on its 42nd year and will be on October 12th, 2019, at the Calvert Marine Museum. All members of the family can enjoy fun from 10 to 7 p.m. Admission to the museum is free. There's vendors, music, food, festivities, and programs for kids and families. On Friday in Charles County, a truck was stolen in the early morning and later on that day was found in Ocean City, which then began a multi-state police chase in which the suspect was identified as William H. Galvin Jr. of Hughesville. Somewhere around Perryville, Maryland, he ditched the truck, and U.S. Marshal Service and the state apprehension team searched for him. Later on that day, he was found in Port Royal, Virginia. He's charged with first-degree assault, second-degree assault, and a second-degree assault on a law enforcement officer from when he tried to ram the stolen vehicle into the officer.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So this guy started in Charles County, went to Ocean City, basically went halfway up Delaware, cut across the northern half through Elkton to Perryville, ditched the car, and then we still don't know how he got, but managed to make his way all the way back down to Port Royal, Virginia before being caught.
Wow.
And he was caught behind a tractor trailer.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm guessing at a truck stop.
There it is. He hopped on a truck. That's what it was.
So. St. Mary's County, on September 3rd, approximately 9 p.m., the Sheriff's Office responded to Lexington Park for a reported injured subject. A male victim, aged 31, from Lexington Park was discovered with significant injuries in a parking lot. After the investigation, it was determined Derek Clifton Marshall, age 40, no fixed address, assaulted the victim and stomped the victim's head, causing serious injury. The victim was transported to an area trauma center and is currently in a medically induced coma listed in critical condition. Marshall is currently at the St. Mary's County Detention Center on a no bond status, facing second-degree attempted murder charges.
Jeez.
Wow.
Over to some events this coming weekend. The 96th annual Charles County Fair will be going Saturday through the September 12th to the 15th. Bring your friends, family, and neighbors as the 4 jam-packed days at the Charles County Fair. Both young and old will appreciate and enjoy the festive and social environment with daily entertainment, contest shows, demonstrations, displays, food, and goods offered by a variety of fair vendors. It is fair season, and right now we're going to start with the Charles County Fair. Over in Mechanicsville at the Forest Hill Farm and Orchard is opening day on Saturday of the 2019 Crazy Corn Maze. In St. Charles at the Maryland Blue Crabs Regency Furniture Stadium will be the St. Charles Running Festival, a certified 10K and 5K course featuring flat, scenic routes through the developments and community of St. Charles. Participants and the public will enjoy a post-race party focused on events around the Taste of Southern Maryland Food Festival, including interactive games, music, vendors, food, and drink from around St. Charles. The festival village is free and open to the public.
Cool, man.
Be sure to check out the Chronicle's local event schedule, which is posted every Thursday morning at 8 a.m. I add new events as I find them or am made aware of. I can't be everywhere, so if you go somewhere and you'd like to take some pictures and send them to us, I will try and get them published for you.
Sweet.
Right. Over to our fun sports in Southern Maryland.
All right.
Southern Maryland Blue Crabs coming up on the last 10 games of the season and really need to win the majority of them to make the playoffs. They're sitting 6 games back from first and are in third place at 28 and 29. They'll play the Long Island Ducks this weekend. Nationals kind of sitting pretty, holding that top spot in the wild card with a 2.5 game lead, sitting at 79 and 63. 9.5 games back from the Braves, who are in first place. They will play a 3-game series against the Braves this weekend and hope to pick up a couple of those games.
Right, I'm looking forward to that.
Unlovable, losable Orioles. 46 and 97. They will break the 100-loss plateau sometime in the next few days. No playoffs, no way. They're 48 games back.
Wow.
Jeez, they're going to owe games next year.
NFL Washington news. Tale of two teams. The Redskins came out in the first half and looked solid. The Deadskins came out in the second half.
That's right, man. It looked like crap in the second half.
The big story besides the tale of two teams was a healthy scratch of Adrian Peterson. Gruden says he spoke to Peterson several days before the game. They knew about it. He understood it. Lo and behold, Geis gets injured and is out indefinitely. AP will be back up in the lineup this week. The Skins will be playing the Cowboys at home at 1 p.m. on Sunday.
Dude, I don't understand this coaching staff. Everybody keeps getting hurt. I'm over the whole experiment, dude. I just want them gone.
I don't know what the answer is.
Dude, it's not them.
I don't know.
Right. All right, man. Another week for another day.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, area high school varsity football. Calvert, Chopticon, Huntingtown, North Point, and Northern all sit at 1-0. Some big matches coming up this week are Lackey versus Chopticon, Thomas Stone versus Leonardtown, and La Plata versus Great Mills. That's your news for the week, Southern Maryland. Don't forget to send us your tips at what's going on in your community to tips@southernmarylandchronicle.com. As always, follow us at www.southernmarylandchronicle.com and on Facebook at facebook.com/SOMD Chronicle.
Wow, dude. Higgy, you're bringing the noise every week, dude. You're bringing it, man. I love it.
You crushed it, brother.
Well, they keep making the news. I'll keep putting it out there.
There you go.
That's right, man. Well, dude, you're doing a stellar job. I saw the post earlier that said this is the fastest month you ever hit 1 million hits, so that's awesome. Congratulations there.
Yep.
Yep, that was a nice one.
So
Yeah.
dude, we're all tuning in. It's my homepage. I really love the site, brother.
Thank you very much.
Well, cool, dude. Well, we'll check you next week, all right?
All right, guys, have a great show.
All right, man.
All right.
Thanks, dude. We'll
Thanks,
see you.
buddy.
Peace.
All right, peace.
He's crushing it, man.
Dude, Higgy on the beat.
He's crushing it.
He is.
It's you get out what you put in. He puts in more than he's got. He works hard, and it's paying off for him. It's amazing. So we love that that relationship we have with him, and we love having him here every week.
I do, man. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's real cool.
I look forward to this. You know?
I do, man. Dude, he's always got some nuggets of information. He's informative, and it's just pop. We're showing props to our buddy Lynn that's putting all that music schedule together. So props to him, It's real cool. So that's Higgy on the beat,
All right.
man. He's here every week with us.
Every week.
So let's transition into the spiel, the spoon.
The spiel.
I've had too many. I'm popping ollies, dude.
Yeah, he's gonna go on a spiel.
Right. Let's talk the Spoons barbecue meal review.
There it is.
There it is. Dude, tonight we had the shrimp fried rice, a guru staple. I just love how they do the rice there, man. The rice is awesome.
It's done right.
The shrimp's awesome. The sauce. I mean, it's my favorite. One of my favorite things, man.
Oh yeah.
It's like a Tuesday night. I know it's Tuesday when I have shrimp fried rice from Spoons. It's like my little thing.
Yeah, it's a treat.
Yeah. So we had that to start off with, and we all scrumped that down, dude. This is great.
Yeah.
And we all love it. So that's the shrimp fried rice. Then we got some ribs. We had to go back to the ribs.
We went
man.
back to a good old rib
We are
night.
carnivores here. We are
Yeah.
carnivores.
Exactly.
We have to have the ribs, and it's a barbecue place. All right, so they got the honey barbecue and then the garlic ones.
Yeah.
And we always get one slab of each. That
Right.
way we have both because they're both awesome flavors. And why argue over the flavor?
Because there's no reason to argue. They're both good.
Right, so you get both, half of each.
There you
That's
go.
awesome. So we had that ribs, and then we threw in the hamburger salad.
Yeah, one of the newer items they've got down there on the menu, the burger salad. Awesome, man. It's like
Really?
a Big Mac in a bowl, man.
Big Mac in a bowl, for real, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Without the 3 pieces of bread.
Right, all those carbs, man.
Right.
So if you're carb conscious but want that hamburger taste, if you don't mind a different delivery system, it's fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they cut up the bacon too and sprinkle the bacon in there. I mean, it kind of makes you just want to eliminate bread from your diet.
Yeah,
Because you really don't want it.
right. The bread is just the vessel to hold it together.
Right, and you have a bowl.
You have a bowl. It's all
Right.
together.
And then the sauce is awesome, so you have that. But the fork, it's a nice food to eat.
Yep.
You don't feel terrible afterwards.
That's right.
So I highly recommend that. Of course, we had the 4 bonchons with it. We had the pickles,
The pickled
the
cucumbers
kimchi.
and the kimchi and
the onions. It was awesome. So hats off to Spoons. They're doing fantastic work by us. They're helping us out with the show. They're getting us the food to power us up.
That's right.
So that way we have the energy to do this tonight for you guys. So Spoons Barbecue. It's in the Rosewick Crossing Shopping Center, La Plata, Maryland. Fantastic parking lot. Pull in there, park your ride, park your whip, get it set up.
That's right.
Go in there and say, hey, I heard about your store on the Guitar Gurus. I'm here to experience Spoons Barbecue, and they're going to set you down and give you first-class service.
That's right.
So go check them out, Spoons Barbecue, La Plata, Maryland.
Yeah.
There it is. We'll see you next week, guys. Cool, man. Dude,
Very cool.
it's Tuesday night. About a half hour in, man. We're just getting it, dude. I love it.
We're doing what we do. We do this every week. We're doing what we do. We're in our groove. This is what we do.
Exactly. And what we're going to do right now is power up the hour. Dude,
Yeah.
I am just a disaster tonight.
Yeah, what's going on there?
I'll get to it later in the show.
We're gonna power up the Ollie's Bar and Grill phone soundstage system. I see. Look at I fucked that all up too.
Let me try again real quick. Dude, we're going to power up the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system for Sean in 60 seconds. Give me some soothing tones while I get Mr. Kirkpatrick on the line.
Very nicely done, Mr. Harsha. It is Sean Kirkpatrick. Sean in 60 seconds. Coming up next on the Guitar Guru Show.
Well, it's ringing. We're locking into signal as we speak. Let the technology of the phone work.
Good evening, gurus.
Hey, Sean, what's happening, brother?
Oh, I'm just watching some spiffing breaks some video games on YouTube now.
Ah, nice. I dig it. I dig it, sir. Well, dude, we're doing this show tonight. It's an honor to have you on as usual. Really appreciate you getting the time together tonight. So what's happening in your world?
Man, I had a pretty interesting weekend last week. I don't know if I told you last week, I ended up getting a sound gig, and I was going to have to go down to the Tiki Bar on Friday to get the skinny on the system.
Right.
Well, I got off work at like 11 o'clock and hauled ass down to get to the Tiki Bar, and I found out who I was mixing when I got there. Apparently, it turned out I was mixing Common Courtesy. Good old buddy Justin Taylor.
Oh, yeah. Justin's a friend of the show.
Oh, yeah, and this is Dan Albin. I'm an asshole. Didn't introduce him when you were earlier. I'm so sorry, dude.
You don't have to do that. Everyone knows I'm here.
All right. Damn it.
Have I ever not been here?
No.
I'm just a guy that sits in the corner.
Who's Dan Albin?
This is actually Dan Albin here. Yes.
Cool. All right, so Common Courtesy, Justin Taylor, you're doing his mix. What's up, man?
Well, so I'm not doing his mix yet. I got down there and got the skinny on the system, managed to get out of there by 3 o'clock because Sam Grow was playing that night, and I was trying to get up to the jetty. So I got out of the Tiki Bar around like 3 o'clock and hauled ass up there. So I made it up to the jetty at about 6 p.m. And at that point, it was like just in time to catch the band there called Crushing Day.
Okay.
And they've been around for like 15, 20 years maybe. I don't know, man. These guys are just, they're just like Rockosaurus Rexes, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
There's this guy, the drummer for the band was just like an enigma to me because is the first guy I've seen locally playing like a Buddy Rich setup. Like he had his snare drum tilted super far forward, his forward tom was tilted in, the whole kit was sitting real low. He was playing with a traditional grip and just fucking ripping on the kit. Like It was ridiculous, man. It was so fun to watch. And so at the end of the gig, I ended up having to go up and talk to him. His name is Craig Schuster, by the way.
Okay.
All right.
Apparently, his dad played drums and was also a big fan of Buddy Rich, and so that's how he ended up learning how to play drums, was from his dad showing it to him, and they both learned how to play traditional. Even though he's amazing at playing a traditional, even then he's been doing it his whole life, he thinks that match is better for a kid. Like traditional is for a snare drum, but he's actually teaching his kid to play match instead of traditional.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's been a big thing in the drumming community lately as far as like whether traditional or match is the best or most ergonomic way to play the drums. And Thomas Lang actually says that, man, he used to be a proprietor for traditional grip, but has actually switched over to match in the past couple of years after doing some more research into it. Okay. So, I mean, I've watched a whole bunch of videos on it because I've always thought that traditional was really weird, and like I tried to do it, but I could never get it right because I've always just played on a kit. I never did like marching band or nothing like that. Yeah.
Do you want to give a quick rundown to everybody what match is? I think
Yeah. So match is when you have both the sticks face down in your hands, like your the back of your hands are up. And you have the stick in between your index finger and your thumb around the fulcrum point where it balances, and you're at about a 45-degree angle on the snare drum right in front of you. So, you know, you can play cross with the hi-hat with your right hand and snare on the left hand, or you can play open hand with the hi-hat with the left and snare on the right. Traditional is what you see marching band snare drummers do, where they have one stick, one hand. The left hand is usually, depending on what your dominant hand is, it's your weak hand that you have flipped upside down with the palm up, and I believe you balance it on your middle finger. But it's a lot of, you have to kind of see what's going on. That's the best way I can describe it.
Oh, well, thank you for that,
dude. That's awesome description. Because I was sitting here the whole time going, what the hell, man? I thought I knew something.
I knew it was traditional, but I didn't realize match was just what?
Yeah, I call it rock gripping.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. But
It's like,
they call it match.
Can I play your
in the
drums?
books.
Here comes match. Blah, blah, blah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We're geeking out with some tech terms, some drum tech terms on the Guitar Gurus.
Cool. Sean knows his stuff, man.
That's right,
got him on here, buddy.
So, dude, that guy served it, huh?
Yeah, man. He's. I mean, like I said, he's not switching. Obviously, he's got his style. He's basically perfected it. I mean, some of the shit he was doing, damn near looked like Buddy Rich too. So I was blown away. And it was just so much fun to watch. You don't see that very often. So I definitely had to give him a shout out.
We appreciate
anyway, that was a great night. The band was awesome. They're like a 90s, like the wheelhouse is like 90s rock.
Yeah.
They got like 5.1K likes on Facebook. Like, they've been around for a long time. I was talking to their guitar player, Ross, and I mean, he just oozed rock and roll charisma. Like, you could just sense the history behind him when you talk to him. You know what I mean?
Right.
What's the name of the band again?
Crushing Day.
Got it.
Yeah, and I mean, like, they opened up with fucking Mr. Brightside, like, first song. I was like, what the? Holy shit. And the singers just killed it, you know?
Nice.
That's awesome, man. That's cool, man. I'm glad you got a little geeked out with it, man.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often, but it you know, when it does, I tend to get a little annoying.
How was that board down there?
The Midas down at so that was Friday night when I saw Crushing Day. Saturday I got up and hauled ass back down to Tiki Bar and got there around 3:30.
Right.
And that's Neely usually arrives at like 3, but the band doesn't start until 7. And Neely brings help, so I assumed I should have been there around 3:30. I got there at 3:30 and set up everything by 4:30. I was sitting around for 2 hours waiting for the band to show up. So they get there at like 6:30, and I got 30 minutes to wait for them to get set up and then mic everything up and then get started. Managed to get them started by 7:15, thank God. But anyway, yeah, it was just a really stupid thing, because like when I found out that it was common courtesy, I didn't want to say nothing because I was going to surprise Justin. It was going to be funny. I thought he was going to be there early and everything was going to go smoothly, but no, he decided to show up fashionably late.
Oh yeah, you're in a band. You know how to just deal with the musicians.
Yeah, I should have known better.
Are you surprised by this?
That's awesome.
Yeah, the console was great. The system was great. I actually have to make a correction. They don't have RCF speakers. They have JBL speakers there, but it is the line array system on the sticks, and the system sounded fucking awesome.
Wow.
There was only one minor, major problem.
What's that?
The fucking router sucked. I literally spent like 75% of the night disconnected from the console because I kept on disconnecting from the Wi-Fi, and it was just going up and down, and it was so aggravating because like I couldn't. At one point I was just trying to figure out which effects was which, and I turned up the reverb a little bit too much just to hear it, and then it fucking locked me out, and all of a sudden the mic is just stuck reverbing like crazy for 30 seconds while I'm waiting for the goddamn iPad to connect again. Because they have the console set up in the back room in a whole different building, like right behind the stage, and when you go back into that room, you literally cannot hear anything.
Gotcha.
Damn.
So the only option is using the iPad, so it's like if the network goes down, you're literally fucked.
Jeez.
They gotta have a separate private network for that system, dude. You need to get them on that program.
Well, they do, and it's actually a really nice setup. But I don't know what's been going on. And apparently, Neely told me that he's had some issues with the Wi-Fi before, but never anything that was completely detrimental.
Okay.
I literally spent more than 50% of the night disconnected from that router and not being able to mix. Luckily, I had a good mix from the start after sound check and stuff like that. And it was good enough to the point where nobody said anything. But it was like every time I wanted to make a change, I couldn't.
I got you.
That's frustrating. Yeah.
Yeah. So it definitely wasn't my best performance as far as what it sounded like, because I did everything I could. I was at my wit's end at that point. But yeah. Hopefully I'll be back. that system fixed or something. I did tell Rich and I told Neely that I was having issues with that network, so hopefully they'll get that. I'm sure they'll take care of it.
Yeah, you'll be fine, man. You'll be good.
Something.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go on like that. I mean, if Neely's dealing with that every night, I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Right. Well, dude, that's an awesome little weekend story right there, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Just try to keep it interesting.
I saw that your singer got engaged in Colorado, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. Congratulations to Hannah. I meant to give her a shout out to Hannah and Daniel. They're on their nuptials. That was a complete shocker to all of us. Wow. Did you see the video though?
You're right. That's why I was like, I even said it in the preview that something happened in your band over the weekend. So yeah, we're talking about it right now. We got Sean Kirkpatrick on the phone. Sean in 60 seconds. Hannah from Trilogy got engaged to her longtime boyfriend Daniel in Colorado these past couple days.
Yeah, so a huge shout out to them, man.
Yes.
The video, I don't know if anybody, I'm sure everybody probably saw it already, but they were like literally on the cliffside in Colorado. Like, couldn't be more gross.
like, yeah, all the guys are hating on Daniel because he did everything right, and we're all like, damn.
Well, we want to say congratulations should she hear this episode later. So.
Right. So yeah, definitely, Hannah, congratulations. Well, dude, that was an awesome little segment this week. We do appreciate your time, man.
Of course, anytime, man. I'm glad. I always love being here. Looking forward to next week already.
All right, dude. Are y'all playing this weekend? Or are you off again?
Yep. We're doing. I'm going to be at Babe's Boys Tavern doing the acoustic thing again with my little sample pad on Thursday. Friday we're somewhere else, and Saturday we're somewhere else, and then Sunday we're at the Charles County Fairgrounds. That's at the fair, whatever thing.
Yeah. So the people who are listening, if they want to know where that somewhere else and somewhere else is, where would they go find that?
Yeah, I thought I had too much content already.
You got to go to their Twitter. It's Trilogy Band Southern Maryland.
Well, thank you, Dan,
man, it's all
for
over
clarifying that. I had to ask Sean the question, and Dan had to answer it. What is going on around here?
Dude, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. So yeah, we're at Sidelines in Glen Burnie on Friday, and Caddies in Bethesda on Saturday, and the Charles County Fair on Sunday.
Yeah, there it is. He got his plug in. Dude, Sean, it's been a pleasure, sir. We will see you next week from the Guitar Gurus. We say thank you and good night.
Good night, guys.
All right, peace.
Yeah,
dude, that's awesome. Dude.
I might sneak in there and surprise him on Thursday.
I would be up to doing that, but I've already made plans.
It's premiere night too, so that's hard.
Right, well, that too. But my deal is, as soon as I get off work Thursday, I'm beating it down to Scott's bunker and reviewing some of y'all's stuff and getting some files.
Oh.
So I got to do that. Then I got to beat feet up to the studio to get ready for premiere night.
I had no idea that was happening.
Yes,
I am in the dark on all of these things.
Well, dude, I'm
just the guy who goes, oh, by the way, Dan, I've been sitting in the corner. He is here, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, shit, we're right on schedule, man.
Yeah, it's right on schedule. We're coming up right on the 40-minute mark in about a minute. So we're going to take a break in just a second, come back, regroup, and really take the show off.
Yeah.
And get it going. I'm super pumped, man. The energy in here tonight, it's electric. I'm feeling it. You're feeling it, right?
Oh, I'm feeling it.
Dude, I got my Vision Streetwear reissue shirt on.
I see that.
From when I was a kid. This was the skateboard shirt. So...
It's not the same shirt from when you were a kid.
No. They reissued it. That's why I said reissue.
I
it's
missed
a reissue.
that.
No, but I had one of these back in the day. It was awesome.
That would have been a lot tighter if it was.
Dude, you're wearing your Pink Floyd shirt, which is always awesome.
Yeah, I'm old school, man.
Hey, dude, I love Pink Floyd. Dude, I do.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm still pissed Jim Irsay outbid me for Blackie. I'm still pissed. I was there, dude. I was almost there, but he put it over the edge.
If you got that kind of money. by something like that.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous.
You don't even play guitar.
I know, man. That's that NFL money, man. So it's insane over there.
That's okay.
Exactly.
Not jealous.
No, not at all. All right, dude. Dude, it's Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan, Southern Maryland's #1 choice for Music Talk Radio. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this.
Broadcasting from our 100 gigawatt radio internet thing that plugs into something else. It's WGUR, the Guitar Gurus.
We see each other through different eyes.
Oh yeah, we're back from break. It's the Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan, Southern Maryland's #1 choice for Music Talk Radio. Dude, it's happening tonight, dude. The energy in here is insane. It's just got nothing but pure, just the adrenaline, dude.
That's what it is.
The show is awesome. Just a moment, we're going to get the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system cranking again and get Mr. Donovan Farrell of the Roobie Boothe band on.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about his story and see what's up with him, man. And
can't wait to hear it.
I look forward to that. But, man, I got to get something to drink real quick.
Oh, there it is. The popping and popping and popping.
The Ollie.
The popping of the Ollie.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's what we do here, man. We have a good time. We enjoy ourselves. And we listen to great stories.
Exactly. And I got another great story.
Uh-oh.
If you're in a band and you're booking to play down here, make sure you get it in writing. Just going to say that.
Yeah, it's a good idea. That's a topic I think we're going to touch on in more depth down the road, but definitely good advice.
Yeah, man. So, without further ado, dude, I think I'm going to get it cranking and get Donovan on. What do you want to do? You want to do that?
Let's do it.
All right, man. Give me some soothing tones.
Yeah, Soothing Tones brought to you by the Guitar Guru Show. Donovan Farrell, Robbie Boothe Band coming up next.
Here we go, dude. It's cranking. The technology of the phone. Come on, Donovan.
It frightens me.
Hello?
Donovan, it's Dan from the Guitar Gurus. You want to go on the air?
Absolutely.
Awesome, dude. Well, I'm here in my studio. I got your mic going. I got my co-host Dan Albin here with me. Dan Albin, say hi to Donovan.
Donovan, how are you this evening, buddy?
I am fantastic. How are you, sir?
Great, man. Thanks for spending time with us. We appreciate
Absolutely. This is a huge honor and pleasure. I've been looking forward to this for a couple weeks.
Yeah, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome to hear.
We have too, man.
Yeah, we've had a couple of your band members on so far. And I figured now's be a perfect time to have you on, man.
Sounds great. Yeah, I heard Tony on there last week. I was listening to last week with Tony on there. That was a fun show we did last weekend.
Nice. That's
but
awesome.
yeah, super excited. Carly was on there. Before we even go any further, I just want to thank you guys because what you're doing for the community is something spectacular. Because I get to hear a lot of musicians, singers, guitarists, everybody.
Right.
But for you guys to take the time out of your schedule, I do audio engineering as well, so I know it is not easy, but for you guys to take the time to do something like this is fantastic. It's such a great thing for the community, and we all appreciate it. All of us musicians talk about you guys all the time, in a good way, of course.
You can
but
be honest
honestly,
with us.
from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. It's great what you're doing for the community for us.
Wow, man. That means that right there is why we do it.
Exactly, dude. The whole premise that I came up with this was, Donovan, was like, I was that guy in that band that couldn't get help. You know what I mean? Everywhere you went, the door got slammed in your face, and I'm like, well, dude, I'm going to do a show and we're going to rally around those guys because those guys are the glue in the whole music network. Because
Absolutely.
So, and it's just been a phenomenal ride for us, man. We enjoy it, dude. And like I said, every Tuesday we just look forward to it, man, because it's just awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. Yeah, and it keeps growing and growing, and word keeps getting around. So hopefully, it can go, national at some point. You guys are great at what you do. So
We're hoping.
Fantastic.
The only thing I want to say is that if everything could line up, and if we could take on T-Bone and Heather one time, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that, dude. Straight up.
That would be awesome. That is a fantastic idea. That would be fantastic.
Right, man.
No, but it's thanks for the kind words. That makes it worthwhile for what we put the time in for. Just that right there. So thank you so much for acknowledging that. We appreciate that.
Yeah, man. That's real.
Oh,
cool.
every bit of it's true. Very much appreciated. Thank y'all.
Well, that's awesome, dude. Well, dude, enough about us. Let's talk about you. All right?
Yeah.
Let's jump into this thing. It's your first time on the show. So with all our first timers, man, I always love getting the bio and the background and the backstory of our musical friends. So if you could, in a nutshell, tell us about how you came into playing music, why you play music, and how you wound up playing guitar for the Roobie Boothe band.
Well, I'm 38 years old now, so it's been a fun journey to getting to this point. It's been a fantastic ride. At the very beginning, my mother and father both loved music. Now, my dad played a little bit of guitar, but I never really had that much interest. But my mom was more of the rock side, and my dad was the country side of things.
Oh, nice.
So
Right.
I'm deep-rooted Southern Maryland, and the Farrells have been here since the early 1700s. So
Wow.
Wow.
we've been here a while. But Mom always had Beatles playing, Eric Clapton, Bob Seger, Journey, Hendrix, of that type of stuff
Right.
all the time. And then Dad was Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Hank Williams, Conway Twitty, and then Elvis, who still to this day, Elvis is my all-time favorite artist. I just
All right.
love everything about the scene, and him. I've been to Graceland a couple of times. It's just phenomenal, especially the 1969 comeback special is like my favorite of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, guitar-wise, though, I was over at my buddy's house, and this is crazy because I don't remember much from this time period of life, but I remember this.
All right. Yeah.
But I was 10, 11 years old, and I was at my buddy's house for a sleepover, and his mother was, for lack of a better word, a hippie.
Okay.
She is the sweetest, just a beautiful person, great woman, still just such a beautiful person. But I woke up at his house one morning, and she was making us breakfast or something, and I heard this music on, and I said, "What on earth is that?" I'd never heard anything like it. And it was Led Zeppelin's fourth album, and more specifically, it was Stairway to Heaven.
There you go.
Now I know that's a, don't play this song at Guitar Center kind of thing, but that song is still a masterpiece. And if you've never heard it before, the first time you hear it, it's like, what is this? Because there's no traditional verse chorus. It just builds the whole time. It's just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and at the very end, it's just a huge crashing dash of gloriousness. It's still to this day, if it comes on, I'm like, oh, this is just genius writing. It's just something that's lost over time.
Yep.
And I heard that, and I told my buddy, I was like, I want to play guitar. Like, I want to learn those notes, how they're doing that. Well, anyway, got a really cheap guitar. Mom and Dad agreed to give me a really cheap guitar, and then my buddy also got a really cheap guitar. And we found out quickly we couldn't play that right away, so we started with Nirvana. This is 1991, so Nirvana had just come out, and it's huge.
Right.
So Come As You Are was the first riff I learned, and I learned it with my thumb because my regular fingers didn't work so good. So
Your regular fingers?
that was interesting. I can still play it with my thumb for some reason. I do it from time to time just to remind myself where I came from.
Wow. That's awesome,
So-
dude. I've shared a similar story about that riff, so that's funny, man. I dig it.
Yeah, I don't know, that riff, when you heard it, it was like, ooh, it was dark, and it was very new at that time because, we're just coming out of hairband type metal, which is what I had an older sister that was, in high school while I was in middle school, and all her and her friends were listening to hair metal, which was fine. I actually enjoy hair metal myself, but when you first heard, Nirvana, I was like, whoa, this is different, and it's easier, so maybe I can learn this.
Right.
So easier is good to get on the guitar. But yeah, Led Zeppelin and Jimmy Page and Eric Clapton for me personally were my two that I really tried to play like.
Nice.
I really just loved the feel and the era from those guys where they came from, like just Hendrix with Crossroads all the way up to Wonderful Tonight.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of songs that catch you in the feels, so I like sad songs and love songs.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man.
May not be typical for so many people, but those are my two favorite because I feel like they really can catch you, make you feel something. Like music is there to make us feel.
Yep.
And it's just such an outlet. It's beautiful. Then from there I did piano class. I had 2 years of piano in high school, and I was in a thing called the Mr. Leonardtown pageant twice that we did in high school when I played guitar and if you want to call it sing. I attempted to sing for some skits and that. So guitar and music was always there after that point. Stuck with it and just learned and played, and it was always there. First real band, though, was around 2003 time frame. It was I'll call it nu metal, like Evanescence type band.
Okay.
And it was a couple buddies that I knew from high school and church, and then we had a female singer. So we were, pretty close to Evanescence. We covered Evanescence, of course, but it was really heavy music and with a very beautiful, soft female voice. Stephanie Chapman, she still sings just beautifully. But my buddy Chris was on drums and Pat on guitar, and it was a lot of fun. And we actually saved up a lot of money. And that was my first experience with recording. Now, recording back then was not Pro Tools and not fully. It was starting to get somewhat digital, early 2000s, but it wasn't fully digital back then.
Right.
So you still you could still punch in at that point if you messed something up, but it was a great experience. We recorded in I would like to call it a shed, but it was a very well-equipped shed in Hollywood. It's not there anymore. Tom Delaney used to do that. I don't know if you guys know him, but he used to do a lot of recording for local people around here. But those are some of my most cherished recordings, just to go back and listen to some of that stuff, because it's pretty heavy. And I'm like, oh man, I used to be cool at one point, or at least I thought I was.
It's all about what you feel, man.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. We did that for a few years, and then my kids came. So there was no music there. I mean, there was always music, but there was no actual touring type band music, you know what I mean?
Right.
But there's always piano, there's always guitar, there's always just listening to music. That never leaves you. If it's a part of you, it's going to be there forever. And that's the great thing about music is, in many cases, people don't have to be musicians, to feel it and to appreciate it. Just to have awesome chats with random people at airports and everywhere else, just about music in general. It's such a special thing.
Yeah. Did you keep that thumb style going after that? I gotta ask.
It's what's interesting. I play a lot of bar chords using my thumb, and I always wonder if it's from that, especially an F chord.
Oh yeah, okay, all right.
So I do use my thumb a lot, and a lot of times when I get higher in the neck, sometimes my fingers are a little wide. They can be a little wider, so sometimes chords are easier further up on the neck if I don't have to bar the entire thing.
Okay.
So then I'll just kind of reach over the top, use the thumb for the E string, and then it's probably not a habit a guitar teacher would teach anybody, but it seems comfortable with me.
And if you're able to do it, my little stubby thumbs won't even do that. So I can't even get over it. So I just had to ask that because I wanted to get to that, and I don't know why I wanted to know that.
I'm glad you asked that, because it's kind of interesting to think about, but that's probably why I use my thumb nowadays. Either that or I get lazy and I don't feel like my pointer finger is doing a good enough job on acoustic or something, so give my finger a break.
It's nice to have that option.
I know. What's crazy is, man, for the past couple of weeks, I've just been jamming jazz licks, and I've been working on perfect placement, finger placement, and I just hear y'all bashing, just do whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, what? No.
those jazz chords, they'll make you do some funny, your hand will turn into like a puppet or something. It's crazy what they do.
You better make sure you're taking your potassium if you're going to start getting into that, because you're going to cramp up quick.
Right.
Absolutely.
All right. So we got past that. Let's get back to Donovan, dude. I'm sorry, man.
Oh yeah. So then once the kids got a little bit older and got back in the band life, I got in a cover band called Tonight's Alibi. It was Megan and Wes and Ryan. And the great thing with all these bands too is they're like lifetime relationships with everybody. So Wes, who I was in the band with there, just did sound for us at Tooch for the Veterans fundraiser this past Saturday. So it's still great to see him in the community because he's so good at what he does. He's a fantastic sound guy. I'm sure we'll talk about him later when we get to sound stuff, but he's, I'm friends with all these people still. It's just wonderful to have such a great music community like Southern Maryland. But so that was the cover scene around 05-ish to 07 or so. And then after that, I joined Driving Muzzy for a little while.
Okay.
And that was a lot of fun. The only problem I had there is, man, we played a lot of shows. We would play like 3 to 4 times a week.
That's a lot.
And it sounds great, but then it becomes work. It really becomes work. For me, this is just my point of view. It turned into work, and then the actual fun of the music was not, it became not there. Then you're just doing it for work. And that's not, I don't play music for money because obviously I would be broke if that was my main job. I've only lost money in music in my career, but I love it, so it's worth every penny of it. So for me, music is an outlet, creative outlet, and for fun and enjoyment. So playing that much just wasn't for me. So, but those guys are fantastic. I still work every year on the Christmas video with Donald and see those guys around. It's always a pleasure to see those guys. They're extremely talented. And then in between there, I filled in for a couple shows with Phillip Parsons. And actually, I filled in on guitar, on rhythm guitar, for the Maryland Music Awards with Chris Dean, who's on the show tonight as well.
Right.
Who's an amazing guitarist. I love Chris. He's such a fun guy, fun-loving guy.
Yeah.
Knows music. It's just, there's so many talented people around here. It's unbelievable, the scene that we have here. It's a privilege to be a part of it. But so filled in a couple shows there. But again, Phillip plays a lot. That's his, he's going to make it, and to make it, you have to go all out in almost every case. And he's doing what he needs to do that, and I'm proud of him. And can't wait to see him on the biggest of stages out there. But I've done a couple collaborations, some videos with Phillip, and then filled in a couple times, and it's just been a blast. And then that led me to 2.5 years ago now. Actually, so even before that, I played one show as Robbie Boothe about 5 years ago. I think he was, oh gosh, I guess he was 17 then, but
yeah, I was going to say, was he 15?
Yeah, he was. It was right at the beginning, and we opened up for Sarah Gray, and Cecil was actually there that day, who's our drummer, which is actually kind of a ironic, kind of cool thing. But he has blown me away from the start. Robbie has, because his voice is it's one of those special voices. He doesn't just carry a tune. He's not just singing. Like, that man can make you feel it. Like, right. He sings on a whole new level. It's great to be a part of that, to witness something like that. He's just fantastic.
Yep.
So, played with him about 5 years ago, and then 2.5 years ago, Robbie was coming back from vocal cord surgery, and which probably had a lot to do with how much they were playing. They were playing, 2 to 4 shows, kind of a weekend kind of thing too. So he came back and he was like, "Hey, I know, you don't want to play too many shows, but I'm coming back and we're just going to do 1 or 2 a month." And I was like, "Are you giving me the old 1 or 2 a month, and that's going to turn into 10 times a month?" But yep. It has not. We've pretty much stuck to that formula, which has been great. Now this October we have a lot, and we'll get to that later, but anywhere from 1 to 5 a month is very good.
It's absolutely a joy to play. We get to play some great places, so that's kind of led me all the way through from the very beginning to where I am now, and it's just a blast. It's an absolute blast with those guys that we're currently doing.
Dude, I think you hit a home run describing your background.
Yes,
I
you did.
think we hit on all the points, and I think the listeners are really going to get to know you with that one. So that's awesome.
Well done.
Yeah, it's been a fun. Gosh, it's just been a great musical journey. I don't know how else to put it, but I've been to play with some of the people that I have. I've gotten to play on stage with Sam Grow and some of the greats. Bob Schaller. He was instrumental actually in teaching. I've never had lessons, but we would go to Bob Schaller. He did Bush Woodstock. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him, but he is just a phenomenal guitar player that had a lot of influence on a lot of us growing up around my time frame. But he's been great. He's just a great teacher and advocate of music and people in general.
Right. Well,
Nice.
what's the current vibe in the Robbie Boothe band? What are y'all talking about outside of the band world right now? What's on the big board?
Now the vibe, we have a really great. It's like a dream vibe. It's like if I could put it, it's like there's the best group of guys. It's like a drama-free atmosphere.
Beautiful.
Now you guys have been in plenty of bands. You know that there can be a lot of drama in bands.
It's a drama getting everybody to practice.
Yes,
yeah.
it is. And I mean, we might have some minor drama, if you will, if you want to call it that, once in a while. But
Sure.
it's such a great place that breeds just creativity, and we jam a lot, and we hang out outside of the band a lot. And those guys are so good at, like Tony Wolf, as you know, the guy can play anything. He can record anything. Like his cover of Old Man is just mind-blowing. Like
Yeah.
the musicianship level of those guys in that band, I feel like I'm literally at like in a NBA caliber band because everyone is so good. Tony is so good. He sings so good. His harmonies are spot on. I already talked about Robbie some, but his voice is, to me, it's a top tier voice. He's always in pitch, and he's got such a tone and richness to his voice. It's just beautiful. And then Max, you guys have got to get Max on your show because his pedal board is like serious. And he is a phenom of a guitarist. That man can play anything. He remembers stuff so well. I guess I'm getting too old to remember stuff as I should, but gosh, he just soaks it in like a sponge. Max is like next level guitarist.
All right.
Because there's some good guitarists, but he takes it to a whole new level. He's amazing. And then, of course, we have Sammy on bass, and Sammy can sing, plays bass, plays drums. Another multi-talented guy that can do everything. And when I say they do everything, it's not like they can kind of do it. They do it very, very well, each aspect. Like, he plays bass fantastic. His guitar work is amazing. His acoustic playing and singing is just special. And then we got Cecil on the drums. He's just a fantastic drummer. He's got so much feel, and he's got the pace and everything. So I'm sitting here like surrounded by these guys that I really hold in the highest regard. They are so good at what they do. And I'm not just saying that. They're not just normal rate players. They are all top guys. It's just unbelievable to be in a band like this with so much talent.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I'll definitely be reaching out. Don't worry, we're coming.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's great because, I mean, anytime you need, constructive criticism or opinions or anything, you got all these guys that I can talk to, so it's fantastic. But everybody, we like to call it a brotherhood because everybody pitches in, everybody does it, and it is definitely a family. I know people talk about that a lot too, but Robbie's parents, Wayne and Jenny, are some of the best people on this planet. Like, they would give their shirt off the back to anyone. They do for so many people. They don't advertise it either. They're not one of those people. But they do so much. They donate so much to our community down in Southern Maryland. They are just the best of the best. They're always there to support not only Robbie, but each and every one of us in that band.
Right.
So the whole Boothe and Spaldings, they just are such supporters. It's truly a extended family. Like cousins pitch in, his brother sells merch. Connor Bullis comes, who's a friend. He helps sells merch and does videos for us. So everybody is pitching in. It's a huge effort, and it's a big family effort from everybody.
It's a great support system, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's nice to have. It's really nice to have that.
And we all need it. We all need that support system.
Definitely.
Yep. Absolutely.
So where can we catch the Roobie Boothe Band? What's the upcoming show lineup? Tell us where we can see you guys.
All right, so I had to write this down. So I'm very bad with dates. I remember I was telling everybody the Leonardtown show was a week early there for about a month, and then finally I got that right. So coming in October, I'm super happy about October because we have some great shows. On October 5th, we're doing the Blessing of the Fleet.
All right.
Which is a huge thing. It's a 2-day thing, and we are playing October the 5th, which is that Saturday. And we're opening up for Nathan Osmond, who's related to Donnie and Marie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. That'll be really cool. And then the next day on the 6th, I'm super excited about this because I love wine, and I love Soderly. Actually, filmed a video at Soderly last year, but that's Soderly Wine Fest that Sunday, and we get to play with our friends Wes Rice and the Vice and Phillip Michael Parsons.
Nice.
Which those shows are always killer because just to see those guys play, because you don't always get to when you're playing or busy with stuff. So we get to see our friends play, we get to hang out with our buddies, we get to hang out with the crowd, drink wine. Soderly is beautiful. It's a treasure of Southern Maryland.
Yep.
I did part of my Christmas video there last year, and it's such a treasure to have such historic places like that and beautiful places.
And what's the date on that one again?
That's October 6th on a Sunday.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sunday.
nice. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
so I might need to call out of work on Monday possibly for that one, but we'll see.
just schedule off. Don't call out. That's a better move.
There you go. I'll just schedule it out.
Yeah.
And then October 12th, there's a Calvert Marine, like a Heritage Day they're doing.
Okay.
So we're there.
Yep.
We're there on the big stage again, which is always one of the best times. And then October 18th is the Rhythm and Riches show that we do every year with the Amish Outlaws. And I don't know if have you guys seen the Amish Outlaws? I remember you saying you have.
I'm familiar. I haven't seen them personally, but I've seen plenty of videos.
Yeah, those guys, we become really good friends with them. We play at the pub with them, and we do this show with them every year. And
Oh, cool.
they are a blast. They can play every type of music and play it well, and they can change depending on what type of crowd they have. So they're very versatile. And then the very last thing that I guess this is the first time this has ever been announced. Nobody's heard this one yet.
Uh-oh.
But we just got booked for the New Year's Eve party at Back Road Inn. So we are super stoked for that because it's going to be like a roaring 30s night. So everybody will be dressed up like the old days. And that's one of the best venues in St. Mary's County. It's such a great place to have bands and stuff.
Oh, great, man. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're pretty busy coming up. So but it's good. It's a good time of year to be busy.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, man. Cool. Well, dude, let me. We're running up on it, but I definitely want to get these last couple questions in. So,
all right.
Look, what's your current guitar rig? What's your setup? What are you jamming on? That's what I want to know. What's your gear?
All right. So currently, what I play out with is a PST guitar, which is Max's dad, Max Tucker. His dad is Scott Tucker.
Right.
So he hand builds these in King George, Virginia, and they are spectacular. Like, I play his Maryland Telecaster, and it's not a vinyl decal, it's not paint. He handcrafted every bit of that wood to design that Maryland flag.
Nice.
And it is a masterpiece. I'm very comfortable with Tellies. It's got a little bit fatter neck like I prefer because I'm a born and bred on Les Pauls, so I like a pretty fat neck. So this one's got a pretty big neck for a Telly, so it works really well for me. And the P90 screen on it, so it's a wonderful guitar. When I don't play that, I play my 2015 PRS Standard 24. And then that's also the backup guitar if we're doing like standard tunings. Sometimes I'll just rotate them back and forth just for a different feel.
Right.
But then I play that into an AC-15 Vox. And then I have a really small pedal board because I'm a rhythm guitarist and do some backup vocals. But so I have an Analog Alien rumble seat. So that's a 3-in-1. It has an overdrive, reverb, and delay built into it. Nice. So it's one pedal, but it has all three of those. So it saves a lot of space.
Yep.
And then I also have an OCD overdrive for when we play some of the more rockin' stuff where you need a little more distortion, more little bite.
Right.
Because that's just the full tone. They make such good products.
Yeah.
And then other than that, I just have a Boss tuner on it, and then that's it.
I like it's simple. I like it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep. And if I need more gain or less gain, I'll use the volume, or if I want to change tone, I'll use the tone on the guitar too. So you can always play with that depending on what type of song we're doing. Sometimes I'll add a compressor to the board too. It just depends. Usually I try not to match too much of what Max is doing, so I try to keep a fuller sound usually on my side of the guitar.
Gotcha, dude. That's a smart move, man. A lot of guys don't think like that. So cool.
And also Tony's back there on a lot of songs on acoustic, and the way he plays like progressive acoustic, like not progressive, percussive acoustic, I'd like to call it, because he's got such a great drum pattern the way he plays, and then he fills in even more gaps from where me and Max are. So he's just a fantastic player back there too.
That's awesome, man. That's real cool. Thanks for peeling back the curtain and giving us a little glimpse into what you jam on.
Now I got to tell you about a couple of my guitars real quick.
All right.
I'll talk forever, so I'll make this quick. My family heirloom is a 1961 ES335.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It is cherry red with a sideways trim and is the most spectacular piece of wood in the world. I'm convinced of it.
I bet.
It came from my uncle's side of the family. They just didn't have anything for guitars, so I'm the overwatcher of her at the moment, and it's just such a beautiful instrument to play. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. And then when we were talking 1991, when I saw Jimmy Page with a Les Paul, that's what I needed to have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I worked with my dad on his beer truck for 3 years, so that all I saved up for was a Gibson Les Paul Standard, because I didn't want the cheap version. I wanted the Jimmy Page Standard. No, not the 1959, but
right.
So after 3 years of that, I finally got my baby, which is my 93 Les Paul Standard Tobacco Sunburst.
Okay, you answered my question already. So.
The color,
the finish, I wanted to know, yeah.
That's awesome.
And I have almost 40 guitars, so I've got PRSs, Les Paul, Strats, Tellys, Flying V's, Explorers, Jacksons.
And unlimited funds, it sounds like.
Yeah, remember I told you there's no making money for me in music? I have an addiction and I need help. I keep buying guitars.
I had to cut myself off. So
yep.
I got enough, man.
Wow, yeah. Everybody who grew up loving Zeppelin wanted a Les Paul, man. You had to have it, man.
Yeah, and really at that time frame too, when Guns N' Roses was still big too, and Slash was playing the vintage Sunburst, and Jimmy had the Heritage Cherry, and I was like, So I ended up with the vintage, which was kind of closer to Slash's, but
yeah,
those two are my prize guitars, that Standard and that ES335, just because they have so much history to them. And I had to work so hard for that first Les Paul. Because when I grew up working on a beer truck. My dad graduated. Yeah, he retired from Budweiser, and so every summer I was working my butt off, throwing cans and kegs and bottles and all over the place, all over the county. So
Nice.
Wanted that guitar bad.
Dude, I love the determination, a 3-year determination, man.
Yeah.
I was, like I said, music, when it hits you in the soul, you do crazy things for certain aspects of music if you think it's worth it to you.
Absolutely.
And I was going to do whatever it took to get that Les Paul Standard.
Wow, man. That's cool, dude. I really appreciate that story.
Mm.
Well,
Great
dude,
story.
We got one more question for you, and this is the fun one. This is the one everybody's been waiting for. It's our show's signature question. We call it Best Gig, Worst Gig. You answer in any order you want, but you got to answer both. What does Donovan Farrell have for the Gurus tonight?
All right, so the best and the worst gig was actually at the same venue.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So I'll go with the worst gig ever. We were at the Calvert Marine Museum on the side stage. And this, by the way, is a huge honor. So it's not the worst gig as far as, oh no, we're playing Calvert, because that would never be said by anybody. When you get to play Calvert, that's like the highest honor in Southern Maryland, in my opinion, because that's the big stage. So, well, in this case, we were on the side stage, but even nonetheless, you're playing that venue in front of, 4,000 to 6,000 people. So it was an August day opening for Jake Owen, and it was August, and it was like 110 degrees of pure humidity and sunlight directly in our face. I've never been so hot in my life. The sun was directly in our faces. We removed as much clothing as possible without getting arrested. And I remember my bass player had his entire shirt off. I was like, dude, we can't do this here. But we were breaking all kinds of dress code rules. It was so hot. Like, everybody had no sweat left in them when we got off the stage. It was terrible.
Yeah,
Never been in that kind of heat playing music and trying to, you want to give a show to people too. You don't want to just stand up there and try to stay cool, because that's not the point of playing music. You want to connect with people.
No,
you want to give them a show.
Definitely the better plan.
So that was tough, because we were trying to get our normal groove going, and it was just so hot. Luckily, after that show, since that was the first one of the side stage, they have now moved the side stage, and they actually have a tent now, because there was no cover. There was nothing. We were in direct sunlight. So ever since then, I always tell Phillip, I joke with Phillip and Wes and them, like, oh, you can thank us because you're not directly in the sun. You're over the shade now. So that was the worst physicality of a gig ever.
Right.
But then the best one was also there 2 years ago. We got to play on the big stage in front of 6,000 people, opening up for the Brothers Osborne. The governor of Maryland was there, Larry Hogan, and we got to meet him. Got to meet him, Brothers Osborne. We jammed with the Brothers Osborne. Got to show them the Maryland guitar and the USA guitar made by PST, and they played it. Robbie got some tour bus shots. I guess I can say he's 22 now, so we're in the clear. But the Brothers Osborne, it was just such a spectacular night. So many of our friends and family were there to get to see that, and there were 6,000 people, and everybody was singing back to us, singing with us. It's when you're, your whole life, you want to get as far as you can in music as you can, and when you play in front of 6,000 people on that stage, that was like otherworldly. It was definitely a dream come true. I can't thank Robbie enough for allowing me to join this dream and have the opportunity to play on that stage, because that was crazy. So Cal Marine was definitely it for me.
Awesome. That's cool, man. That's real cool, dude. That's awesome. Wow.
Yeah, it's still, I just don't, the only way to top it would be like playing Jiffy Lube or something, you know what I mean? That's the next step it would take to do that, which honestly with Robbie, I fully believe in that young man. It's just going to take the right YouTube listener or something to hear some of his originals are so good. If we could just get, there's a song that he wrote called Played Me, and it is such a good song. Like I know if it was ever on Clear Channel, it would be like the song of the year, CMAs, everything. It is such a fantastic song. It's just produced well, sung from the heart, huge notes. It's a mess. I love that song. It's such a masterpiece to me of a song. It's my favorite song that's been written ever since Alter Bridge's Blackbird. And then before that, back to Led Zeppelin. It's that high of esteem to me of a song.
Wow.
And I got to tell you guys real quick about Robbie Boothe. That young man is the most genuine person you can ever meet. And you guys are in the music industry, some people are not genuine. They can act nice all day long. but Robbie Boothe is a genuine young man. He's a huge inspiration to me personally, to try to be a better person in general, because he is so good to people. He's truly a good person, loves his community, loves all of us, and I would do anything for him. He is amazing, and not to mention how good of a musician he is.
Right.
But he is an even better man. He's a wonderful person. So I couldn't be any more honored to know him, to play in a band with him. It's just such an honor to be involved in music with him.
Absolutely. We're very proud of that young man. He really works hard, and he, he's living his passion. So
Absolutely.
we had him on, I don't know, a few months ago. I don't know. It's been a while.
Yep.
And it was just a pleasure to talk with him and really see where he's at. And he's mature beyond his years.
It really is.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. He's a special person.
Yeah, I'll be reaching out to him too. Get him back on. So, yeah, man, it's busy in our world, man. You can only have so many people on each week.
That's it.
That's a very good thing. Very good thing.
And it just happens that this week is your week, Donovan Farrell. So welcome to the Southern American Guitar Guru show, buddy.
I've been super excited. I've been trying to hold back talking too much, because us musicians, we get on a tangent. We'll just keep going forever. So
that's what we do, man.
Do I have 2 minutes for one last thing?
Sure, why not? Yeah.
So as far as my personal stuff too, you can find, I don't know if you guys have seen, but I work with a lot of local artists, and I do stuff. I do Christmas videos, and I do one-off type collaborations with other artists in the area. So each year I do a Christmas video that showcases different places of Southern Maryland. So we've done Oh Holy Night, where we've been in St. Joseph's Church. And then last year we were over at Solomon's Island. We were at Hill's Store. We were all over. So the collaborations are with, Phillip Parsons, Rob Lehman, Ryan Rice, John Lusky, Lindsay Owen, Wes Rice, Robbie's, of course, on them, Brandy Sidnor, Lakeisha Smith, Donald Quaid. I've sent some stuff. Going to work with Tara Ray soon. Nice. And sent Hera Paraguay some stuff. I said her last name so bad, I'm sure, but she'll correct me later.
It's going to change anyway.
It's going to change.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. She just got engaged, so luckily it'll be an easier name to remember or pronounce. But you can find all those videos I'm super proud of, because of the collaborations and of how talented everybody is in Southern Maryland. But you can find all those at donovanfarrell.com. I put them all up there for my side stuff, my solo stuff.
Great. Cool. Awesome. Go check that out, everybody.
Yeah, one of the videos, Hallelujah, has over, I think it's 500,000 views on Facebook. So
wow, congratulations on that.
It's crazy how far-reaching some of those have gotten, but it's because of the talent that we have around this area, like Wes, and Justin Miles has been on some stuff too, and Ron Vento's done some mixing, and it's just Eric Scott. It's crazy that I get to work with these phenomenal musicians. It's just such a pleasure.
Yeah, man. All here in Southern Maryland.
Yeah, buddy.
Absolutely. We have a great music scene for sure.
Good deal, dude. Well, man, I think we hit it out of the park with your interview tonight, man. I think everybody's going to be thoroughly satisfied with what you had to say tonight.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully I didn't ramble too much. I just am so thankful for you guys and for everyone in our community musically, and just the people themselves. It's an absolute blessing to be involved.
Good deal, dude. Well,
right, buddy.
Dude, we got Donovan Farrell, Robbie Boothe Band, came on, told his story, told us about what gets him going. Appreciate that. Check him out, donovanfarrell.com. Check out all his other stuff. And, dude, we're going to call this one a wrap. What do you think?
Sounds good. I appreciate you, gentlemen, and a special shout-out to my parents, who I love very much, and once again to you guys.
Sure thing, man. We love having you on, dude. We'll have you back on in the future, okay, man? We'll have you on in time for the Christmas video release. What do you think?
Oh, that would be beautiful. I got another one coming this year, so it sounds good.
All right, dude.
Done deal, buddy.
Done deal, dude. We'll get you in December, so I'll be emailing you, and we'll be in contact, all right?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, Donovan, take it easy. From the Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus, we say thank you and good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.
There it is, dude.
That was great, man.
Wow.
That was great.
We went long, but it was worth it, dude.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Totally.
like we've always said, if you come on this show and you want to tell your story, we're going to let you tell your story.
Right.
There it is.
Exactly.
It's less we have to talk. We can just listen to the great story you have.
That was nothing but an awesome
That was
story.
great.
Dude, Donovan's an awesome dude. You can just tell for how he talks.
Yep.
And I look forward to seeing what everything that comes our way, man.
Well, we're going to hear from him again very soon.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have him on in December. We'll talk about that Christmas video he's got this year, and we'll be on the inside on it.
Yes. There you go. It might have to be in like a special.
Yeah.
If we keep this up, we're going to have to be doing 2 or 3 episodes a week.
Don't hold me back, man.
I didn't say that.
That
sorry.
you just sentence yourself, buddy.
Yeah, With that being said, I need a break.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think we're going to do is we're going to take a break, come back, regroup. We'll do the Guitar of the Week, 2 for Tuesday shout-outs, then get Christine on and take this thing home. What do you think?
Perfect.
That sounds good, dude. Okay, it's Guitar Gurus, Dan and Dan, Southern Maryland's #1 choice for Music Talk Radio. We'll be right back.
Hey everybody, this is Donovan Farrell from the Boothe Band, and you are listening to the Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus.
The Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus, the only guys that would do a live broadcast from Dog Patch. We see each other through different eyes.
Oh yeah, we're back from break. It's the Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan, Southern Maryland's #1 choice for Music Talk Radio. Dude, we're in the final home stretch of episode 42, man.
Yeah, let's get it on, man.
Dude, yeah, that's right.
We're fired up in here, man.
Episode 42, let's get it on.
All right, sure. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get it on.
That's right, dude. So, dude, we're doing the Guitar of the Week presented by Island Music. And then this week, dude, we got a special guitar, and it's awesome. This week, we have a Gibson Custom 1958 Les Paul Standard Reissue, VOS, and Lemon Burst finish. Dude, let me just tell you, this guitar is like a time machine.
Yeah.
It's like we traveled back to 1958, and this had that thing. And I got to spend the weekend with it, courtesy of Guru listener Stephen Scott.
Yeah.
We both went to the store, saw he was there, we said hello, how are you doing? And he was talking to Keith, and we're like, well, let's let him pick it out. And he's like, I want you all to do that one. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was happy. I was like, yeah, that's right. Like Steven's taste.
There it was.
So, dude, we have a 1958 Les Paul Standard Reissue by Gibson Custom. The amazing 1958 Les Paul Standard Reissue is oozing with classic tone and vintage original spec authenticity.
Oh, very nice.
Its eye-grabbing nitro lacquer finish captures the depth, richness, and a hue of the genuine 58 Les Paul Standard. The 1958, the year the gold top transitioned into an eye-catching sunburst finish. That's where you get the lemon burst from, man. Which makes the 58 one of the most iconic solid-body guitars ever made. This one's handcrafted by Gibson's elite custom shop luthiers. The 1958 Les Paul Standard Reissue captures the essence of this important instrument in all its glory.
Oh, yeah.
It features top shelf tone woods, including a solid mahogany body, a chunky C-profile neck, a two-piece maple top, and a silky smooth Indian rosewood fingerboard with 22 historic narrow tall frets. And the frets are plecked to perfection at the factory with Gibson through the pleck machine. So they're perfect. Plug this beast into your favorite tube amp and experience searing 50s PAF tones, man. Courtesy of the custom Bucker Alnico 3 unpotted pickups, dude. Premium historical bowl appointments, including a Celos trapezoid inlay. All right? And it's got the vintage style clues and tuners. And that completes the meticulous reissue. So, dude, that's a more than enough intro right there, but there's more.
There's
more. Every inch of this Les Paul has some vintage vibe. To capture the essence of the original 58 Les Paul Standard, Gibson painstakingly recreated each part piece by piece. The mahogany body, the two-piece maple top, the nitro lacquer finish, the Indian rosewood fingerboard are only the beginning. Not only do you get the chunky C-profile neck you've been craving, but the accuracy of the details go all the way down to the positioning of the instruments, vintage style, Kluson waffle back tuners, and the size and shape of its cellulose trapezoid inlays. So they did when they dove into this thing, man. They give you the best reissue possible. So it's kind of cool, man. You know,
it's very cool.
They did all that work for this. The custom Bucker pickups deliver that pure vintage, patented and applied for tone, or as we call PAF. Patented applied for. I always thought growing up, man, I bet that sounded it's like some crazy name, right? But that's what I found out it was for. I was like, oh, okay.
Patented applied for.
Right, PAF. So Gibson Custom paid just as much attention to the guitar's electronics as they did to the aesthetics. Every part of the internal signal path was designed to deliver the dead-on 1958 Les Paul tone. Of course, it's next to impossible to find the genuine 50s PAFs, even for Gibson. Instead, the 1958 Les Paul Standard reissue sports a pair of Gibson Custom Bucker humbuckers. The Custom Bucker is the most historically accurate PAF copy ever. So take it from everybody's experts that you're going to get the tone that you want from this standard reissue Les Paul, man. So that's the electronic side of it, dude.
Wow.
Dude, now you get to the chunky C-neck and plec frets. So the comfort and playability were two of Gibson's primary concerns when they were designing the 58 Les Paul Standard reissue. You'll be delighted at how this guitar's chunky C-profile neck comfortably fills in your hand just the right way. Dude, and it's true. I thoroughly enjoyed the neck on this guitar. And it's totally different than any kind of shredder neck you'll ever go play on. I found this one to be more comfortable.
Yeah, this is a guitar you play with failing, man.
But you can play it for hours and it doesn't hurt you.
Wow.
If you're sitting down, you know?
Yeah.
But actually, I weighed this one. This one weighed 8.6 pounds. So it didn't weigh that much.
Okay.
For your flame pleasure, the bound Indian rosewood fingerboard is buffed to a silky smoothness. So they buff it. And the frets are dressed to perfection using the Plec Pro machine. So that's what's up, man. Usually that Plec Pro process is afterwards. You know, the owner of the guitar just sends it and gets it done. But they already done that at the factory on these. So that's awesome.
Nice.
So, dude, let's talk to tech specs. Because we're running up on it, all right?
Okay.
It's a solid body guitar. It's a 1958 Les Paul Standard reissue. It's right-handed. Number of strings is 6. It's got a mahogany back. Two-piece plain maple top. Nitro lacquer finish. Lemon burst is the color, or the palette of this color for this one. Mahogany neck. It's got the chunky C-shape. 12-inch radius. Indian rosewood fingerboard. It's got the nitrate trapezoid inlays. 22 narrow, tall, historically correct frets, 24 3/4 scale length, a nut width of 1.69, and it has a nylon nut. It's got the aluminum stop bar, the Kluson single line inline tuners for each side, 3x3, you know.
Yeah.
It's got the custom Bucker Alnico 3 humbucker pickups. It's got 2 volume, 2 tones, and a 3-way toggle switch.
Nice.
Then it comes with a hard shell case.
Beautiful.
Dude, that's the guitar of the week, man.
Yeah.
That's the guitar of the week.
That might be the guitar of
the year.
the month.
yeah, right. Dude, let me just tell you this. I got the jam with it, and I was real respectful with this guitar because I know it was on the line. So I had it here in my studio. I strummed it. Sounded great after I got all my equipment adjusted for it because having a 58 circuitry is different than this modern day stuff I had. So I had to recalibrate all my stuff and plug it in and get going. But once I did, man, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
The playability was awesome. The weight of it was, like I said earlier, I did, I have a scale in my bedroom, so I went and jumped on the scale myself. Then I jumped on the scale with the guitar, and I came up with 8.6 pounds. It's not the official way you weigh a guitar because they got a special thing to do, but it's good enough for what we need to talk about. But a sub 9-pound guitar, it felt light for a Les Paul. So, like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It didn't kill me to play it. It was very comfortable. If you're seriously in the market for an instrument of this caliber, please go to Island Music, check it out. Let me see the guitar of the week and strum it up. And if you just want to dream about owning one, go in there and try it out too. Wow. Just be respectful. But it's a super awesome guitar. Super awesome guitar. And if you're into Gibsons and that's your thing, that's the closest thing you're going to get to a 58 without getting a real 58.
Yeah.
And that's going to cost you $250,000.
If you can find it.
So, and $250,000.
Yeah, $250,000.
Let me do some value proposition. The one that they have there by Gibson Customs, a much better value for anyone around here. You can definitely enjoy it at a fraction of the 250 large.
Yeah, and all the details are in place to make sure that you're getting a historically accurate instrument based on those specs.
Right.
So, why not?
Why not if you're in the market?
Hell,
it's all depends on you, man.
We're not Jim Irsay. We just can't just go do that.
Right. Exactly, dude.
250 large.
Right. So that's what we got for Guitar of the Week this week, man.
She's a beaut.
That was, man, something special. And thank you, Island Music, man. We'll see you again this weekend.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. All right, dude.
All right, yeah.
Well, dude, let's transition into 2 for Tuesday shout-outs. And then we're going to get the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system cranking again, and we're going to get Mr. Chris Dean on from Phillip Michael Parsons. But first up, Mr. Alban here is going to do the 2 for Tuesday.
That's right. A 2 for Tuesday shout-outs brought to you by the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show.
Sponsorships available.
That's right. Here we go again, episode 42, 2 for Tuesday shout-outs. We thank you for the support, the love, the likes, the shares. Without you, we are not here. This is your moment, and we are happy to bring it to you. So thank you for that. Without further ado, this is a hell of a list, and I'm going to take a big, deep breath and see if I can get it all in. Yeah. All right, here we go. We've got Rick Curl, Craig Rayback Sr., Ray Buck. Hey, see, there's a new name on the list. I love that. You messed me up, threw me a curveball. We got Rob Blake, Lisa Watts, Carly Zakutney, Mike Maroney, Sean Kirkpatrick, Angie Walker, Cassidy Greer, and McSpaden Guitars. Look at that. Look at that. It made me slow down a minute there. Wayne Hosier, Mike Stacy, Derek Adams, David Hamner, Jason Adams, Tim Elder, the St. Mary's County Art Council, Vinny Barbarino, Outside the Wire, Taboo, Trish Galliano, Rob Blake, J.C. Moore. We've also got Mark Hurley, Brent Robbins, Sherry Scott, and Phillip Calvert. Those are your 2 for Tuesday shout-outs brought to you by us right here at the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show.
But of course, sponsorships are available.
They are available.
There it is, dude. 2 for Tuesdays,
Stellar list, man. Stellar list. Names. There's names on the air that I have not seen.
Yeah, shout out to Phillip Calvert, man.
I know. How
Good
cool
dude,
is that,
man.
dude?
Yeah.
I've known that guy since I was a kid.
Yeah, I did.
And here he is supporting the show. Big supporter here lately.
Yeah, man.
I love it. So thank you. Thank you all.
Cool. But, dude, that's a great list. I'm glad we had it. Without further ado, man, we're just cranking along, man. I think we just need to knock out this interview with Chris Dean.
Yeah, let's knock out Chris Dean.
No, he's had enough.
And
He's
then
had
let's do
enough
an
medical
interview.
trouble. He's had enough medical trouble. But no, dude, we're gonna get the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system cranking. Give me some soothing tones.
Yeah, soothing tones. We got Chris Dean coming up. For early listeners, you know he's been on here a few times already. He's more than a repeat offender.
Yeah, it's ringing, dude. We're getting the technology of the phone to crank. Come on, Chris. Let's see what happens, dude. It's gonna happen. I swear. It's gonna pick up.
Hello?
Hey, Chris, it's Dan from Guitar Gurus, man. You want to go on the air?
Let's do it.
Awesome, dude. Well, we're here in the studio, dude. We're live. We got your mic going. I got Mr. Albin here with me. Albin, say hi to Christine.
Christine, what's up?
Dan, Albin, what is up, man?
Dude.
Miss you guys.
Man, we miss you, man. It's great to have you back.
Yes, dude, I'm super excited for tonight. It's going to be awesome.
It's been too
Sweet.
long, brother. Too
I know,
long.
dude.
It's been way too long.
I know. I'm going to get
But you guys
better
are
about it.
busy, man. You guys got everybody on. It's awesome.
Yeah, we're busy, but we always make time for everybody.
Right.
You guys are the best.
Ah, come on.
I love hearing that. I'll take it. I love hearing it, dude. No, dude, we're here helping the community out, and I think everybody knows that we're for real. You know, when everything starts out new, it takes time for everybody to get used to it, and I think everybody's definitely on board with the show now.
Oh, yeah. You guys have grown so much. It's so awesome to see. Love it.
Yay. Cool, dude. Well, dude, let's start this thing out right, man. What's been up in your world since the last we spoke, dude? Because it seems like a lot of things have been happening.
Yeah, I mean, I've been still teaching. Like, if you follow me on Facebook, you've seen that I've been traveling here and there playing. It's really been the same, but just more busy. More places, more shows, more practice. I love the traveling aspect of everything. Just lots of fun, man.
Now, are you doing a lot of the miles yourself driving, or are you riding in the bus yet?
We actually have a 15-passenger van, and we have put probably, I think we've counted maybe 80,000 miles in the last year that we've had it. I don't know, dude. It's an incredible amount of miles we put on that van.
Wow.
Dude,
Yeah.
That's nuts.
So you guys are taking turns driving and whatnot, right?
Yeah, well, for a while it was just Phillip and I kind of splicing it up, and then we just finally got a solid drummer, so we've been splitting it 3 ways, and it makes life a hell of a lot easier.
Nice. That does help, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, dude, what's the Phillip Michael Parsons update? Where are y'all playing? What's happening? Where can we find your band at?
Yeah, dude. So, well, this weekend we're going down to the Carolinas. We're playing Raleigh, Charlotte, North Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina. But on Sunday, we're actually going to be kind of close to home at the Jetty, the good old Jetty on Sunday, 4:30 start time.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Say hi to Mike
Yeah,
for
so that
us.
should be fun.
Yeah, Mike will be running.
Yes.
No, Mike's on vacation, I think.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
But Riley,
I don't know, man. I hope he's there.
Yeah, we do too. I mean, dude, but
We
going
love
down,
Mike.
We all love Mike. Everybody loves Mike. But dude, going down to Raleigh in that area, it is such a fun area, man.
That's my first time down there. It's actually a little private party we're playing at one of those tin roof bars that we've talked about before, but they're having like a soft opening, and we're playing, so that should be cool.
You're gonna have a good time. That's a very great area. Sweet.
But we also have we have a big show coming up on September 20th. Actually, it's at Hard Times in Fredericksburg.
Okay.
We're opening up for this country act called Thompson Square, so I'm really excited for that.
Oh, cool, man.
Nice.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's like we don't do too many ticket events, but when we do, it's mainly original music. So it's like $36 tickets. We're actually running a little contest on Phillip's page to get 2 free tickets. So if anyone wants to go and sign up for that, they just go to Phillip's page and they can follow the directions and get some free tickets to the show.
Sure, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get out and get that going.
Oh
Everybody,
yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
everybody go enter that. See if you can win.
Right.
Yeah, it's 2 free tickets to the show, and then we cover dinner for you and a friend, and then you get some Phillip Michael Parsons koozies.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
What kind
All right.
of dinner are we talking? What kind of food?
I think it's just Hard Times food, so whatever they got.
You get some chili. You get some chili and
Some chili mac.
Yeah. Get
Some chili mac, there you go.
Yeah.
I did.
Well, that's
It's
great,
getting that
man.
time of year. That's
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's good, dude. So what's the future looking for you guys in the band, man?
So right now, we got lots of shows coming up in the Carolinas. So we're gonna be getting a crap ton of fans from the Raleigh area, Charlotte, Columbia, Myrtle Beach. We're playing a crap ton as well. Lots of shows, lots of traveling, songwriting. We're doing lots of songwriting right now with different artists in Nashville. Mainly down in Nashville, we're writing with different artists and stuff.
I gotcha. So that leads into my next question about what's your recording sessions going, original songs, what can we expect? Because I don't ever see that y'all are putting a new song out, so I'm just curious.
Yep. So we've been kind of secretly doing this for the past year because we wanted to kind of come out with a bang with everything, but we have been recording. We've been writing a lot of original stuff, so we're actually recording in Nashville with the drummer of Brothers Osborne, who is a pretty big country act right now. I don't know if you guys have heard of him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Brothers Osborne, their guitarist is probably one of the best guitar players out there right now. So we're recording with his drummer. We actually did a song, and I was honored to do most of the guitar tracking on that. So I'm pretty excited.
Nice.
Yeah. Dude, good for you, man.
Yeah, I'm excited because, the whole Nashville thing, you kind of go in thinking, oh, there's going to be hired guns and things, but we're just kind of like, well, I'm here and I play. And I feel like I killed it, and everyone, agreed. So it was a really cool experience.
Dude, I love you standing your ground, man. No, like, dude, I'll do it.
Dude.
Yeah, absolutely. And they were like, go for it, and I killed it. So now I got the trust in that.
Right.
See, that's where the hard work pays off. All the hours and not sleeping and playing. This is the rewards, man. This is what the juice is, man.
Yep.
100%. I was super happy to be able to do that. And actually, Phillip, he just posted a new song on his Facebook page, and we were like, 250 shares, and we'll record this song. We ended up getting like 500 plus shares, and it has like 25,000 views at this point, so that's killing it.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah. And that was just last week that we did that.
Cool, man.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Well, dude, what kind of have you gotten any new gear, new guitars, new amps? What are you playing on now?
Oh yeah, I'm excited to talk about this question because it's kind of close to home with you guys too. So I recently I switched guitars. I was using PRSs and Fenders, and now I'm actually using Dave Thompson TFP Telecaster guitars.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he hit me up and he said, I have this guitar I want you to try. You can bring it out on the road with you and see what you think. And literally, best guitar that I've ever played a show with.
Oh wow!
I saw the pictures. It's sexy.
Yeah, it's awesome. He aged it and stuff, so it looks like it's like from the '60s. And everyone's like, "Whoa, dude, you've had that for a minute." And I'm like, maybe. So,
nice.
But yeah, I actually have two TFP Telecasters that I've been using, and they're killer.
I dig it, dude. I dig it. What about amps and effects and all that stuff? What are you doing?
So I was using a Blues Junior, but it runs a little hot, so I kept blowing tubes and fuses and stuff. So I'm using my backup, my Fender Pro Junior, and kind of my staple pedals with that. I get an EQ for a boost. I always have a 4-knob Keeley compressor on, and then like a staple for my pedal board is my Seymour Duncan 805 overdrive that I use all the time.
Right.
Nice.
Yep. So, dude, you made those changes to his line of guitars. So you're on the road jamming with them. How many months has it been?
With Phillip in general?
No, I'm talking playing David's guitar.
Oh, playing Dave. So I started playing Dave's. I think the first show that I played his guitar was actually at the Jetty the last time we played, and that was only like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So it's fresh, but it's funny because we played in Delaware a couple weeks ago, and I had been using that guitar for a while, so I broke a string in the first couple songs, and I switched to my Fender Tele, and the guys looked at me and they're like, I can tell a massive difference between those, and that's a Fender, and I was like, it's night and day, really. It's crazy.
Wow, man. Great job, David Thompson, man.
Yeah,
dude, he kills it. He does all my setups, everything. Huge shout out to him. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's like the guru of the setups now in the area and all the fixings.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is the man.
Wow. Damn.
Actually, I picked up a new TFP today from the store because he's going to do some work on the other one, so that's how I have two. So I'm excited to play that one this weekend.
Nice. Is that one aged too, or is it just...
It is, yeah. It's kind of the same, but it actually has a Seymour Duncan in the neck pickup, which is different from the other one, and he has his own hand-wound pickup in the bridge, which sounds phenomenal.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So I'm the only guitarist to be playing TSP right now, which is cool.
Exclusive.
You gotta get some print media going, man.
There
Get some
it is.
pictures.
Oh yeah.
Get one of the big posters like we got in here, like with you playing it. You know.
Yeah, man.
That would be awesome, dude.
Yeah, dude. You're always
Christine plays these guitars. You should too.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
That's legit, dude. So, what's been the best show in the past 6 months?
That's tough. Let's see. Okay, so we actually got the chance to play at the Calvert Marine Museum, and we opened up for Gavin DeGraw, so that was one of the more fun shows. We had to play more original music and stuff, so I had a blast at that one.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. What's been the worst show in the past 6 months?
The worst show, let's see.
You can say it.
I would say it was, we were actually in Florida, and we hired a drummer to play with us for the weekend, because for the past year I've been busting my ass trying to get bass players when James Lenore can't make it, and then drummers because we just haven't had a solid drummer. So I got somebody, and he was like, oh, I can't make it, but here's a fill-in for you. So I picked him up, and it was just, it's tough playing with a new person, man. So it was just, I have a lot of energy on stage, but that takes it away when I'm trying to kind of dictate what's going on with the song structure and like changes and things like that. So that was probably one of the struggling weekends for us in Florida.
Right.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
I hear you, dude. I understand when you hire out and you don't get what you're expected, it gets tough.
Yeah.
Right. But now, like I said, we got Michael Stewart, who used to teach at Island Music as well. And he actually just went to the Atlanta Institute of Music, and he was living in Georgia, moved to Nashville. That's where we kind of rekindled our relationship, because we've been playing in bands together for years, and he just moved back to Southern Maryland, and we've been jamming every day now, so.
Dig it.
Great.
Dig it. Damn,
Yeah.
dude. That's
Nice,
awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
Good deal, dude. Well, dude, it's been awesome having you on tonight. You're definitely not a stranger. We're not going to be a stranger anymore. We have a new thing called the slot position, where people come on and hang out with us in the beginning of the show. I'm going to reach out to you in a couple weeks and see what's up and try to get you to do one of those with us.
Oh, that'll be awesome, man. A little different format and stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah, you can hang out and do the Higgy on the beat and the Sean in 60 seconds with us.
Heck yeah. That'll be awesome, man.
Damn yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be reaching out to you soon and booking all this stuff up coming soon, so look out for me, all right?
Love it, man. Thank you guys so much for having me again.
No problem, man. We'll see you on Thursday on premiere night and get all your fans to watch, man. It'll be awesome.
Yeah. Dude.
Oh, yeah, 100%, man. Thank you.
I miss you, man. I miss you.
I miss you too, dude. I want to come out and see you guys. I'm just playing all the time.
I know we are too now, fortunately. But
yeah, that's awesome,
when
though.
we get a chance to hang out, it's always a good fucking time.
Yep.
Oh, 100%, dude. We'll figure something out soon.
Hell yeah, buddy. I can't wait to see you.
Yeah, man.
All right, dude. Well, good night, dude. From the Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus, dude. We say good night and thank you.
Good night, guys.
All right,
Thank
man.
you so much.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.
Hang up the phone, Christine. Damn it.
There it is, dude.
We love that guy here, man. He was with us from the beginning.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, right on there, man.
Dude, I busted out on Christmas Eve special for him.
I know you did.
Yeah, man. He was in a hospital.
That's
Felt
right,
terrible for
man.
him. So we reported on that. Had him
Sold
on.
a couple T-shirts to help support some bills.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I know, I don't know what that. It might have bought some Jello at the hospital or something, but it was cool.
It was cool. It was
Very
real
cool.
cool.
We love that guy. He's working hard. He's grinding up and down the coast, playing everywhere, man.
Everywhere.
And you heard what he said. The reward is paying off for him. He shows up and he just plays, and they go, "Okay, all right, dude, you got this."
Right.
There's the juice, from all that squeezing. So
Dude.
we're very happy for Chris. We're proud of him, man. He's kicking ass.
That's it, dude. And he kicked ass tonight on this show,
Hell
man.
yeah, man.
Dude, it's happening, man. We did it. We're in the home stretch. It's the outro.
Outro.
I'm excited for next week.
Yep.
Stay tuned for the guest released on Monday. We'll have another guitar of the week. Dude, another Spoons meal to talk about. Ollie's will be here powering the phone system, giving us the beers that we're popping, so we pop some Ollie's.
That's right. We got the Chronicle on board, Higgy on the beat.
Yeah, man, Southern Maryland Chronicle. Special shout out to Higgy, man.
We're bringing you everything we possibly can bring you as far as content on a weekly basis. We're trying. We love you guys. You're sticking with us.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, that's just these 2 hours every week with our listeners is something special. We never will forget that, man.
Nope.
And we're trying every week to do something different, to give you guys something fresh to talk about. So far, it's working, so
Yeah. Let's keep getting it.
we're going to keep getting it.
We ain't stopping.
That's for sure. Dude, I'm just going to continue jamming this week, doing what I do. I've been following this guy on Instagram called Jens Larson Jazz or Jens Larson Jazz. Look him up. Awesome jazz guy, man.
All right.
Every Sunday I do. That's what I do now.
Ah,
it's
so
kind of
you're
cool.
a Sunday jazz guy now.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that's what I've been doing, following him because he does lessons online through the Instagram. It's really
Okay.
cool. And it's just not big, long, drawn out pieces. It's just little licks.
Yeah, so you don't lose your jazz. Look.
Exactly, dude. I'm just dabbling.
It
in
has
this.
to be broke down in pieces.
Yeah, dude. It's just a nuts, dude.
Or you're just going to lose interest.
Well, it's cool, different style, man, that I'm
Yeah.
just finally getting into. And I suggest everybody check it out. Try a couple licks.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, whoa. But it's fun. So
Nice.
that's what I'm going to be doing. So
I like it.
then on Thursday, I'm going down to your buddy, my brother's house, Scott. Going to check out y'all's stuff, do some mixing, see what I can do, get it ready. And then we'll be back doing our thing, man.
Great.
Cool, dude. What else you got before we get out of here?
I've got nothing else except a big thank you to everybody out there sticking around with us. Thank you. We love you. Love you, love you, love you. That's all I got.
Good deal, dude. Well, dude, I'm going to say the same thing. Thank you to all the listeners. Thank you for tuning in every week with us. I look forward to the premiere this Thursday. We'll be going live at 8, and we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah.
Dude, it's Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan. Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio. We're out of here. We'll see you next week, guys. Thank you.